Welcome to What's the Vibe with Katie and Amy. We're back from our week hiatus.
Yes.
I'm excited to be back.
You look very tan from the Bahamas.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
The Bahamas.
Yes.
I'm so fresh and relaxed and in such a good mood.
I'll go ahead and insert all the pictures of you on the beach right here.
You got a really good body. I love it. All right, now, I'm really actually in a bad mood, but I'm pumped to be here with Katie because that always helps me. And so, I know you're bringing a good vibe today. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
What's the vibe?
The vibe is one chaos.
You can have all my drinks.
Yes. This episode is going to be so chaotic in the best way. We've got all kinds of colors, Halloween green over here. That we're gonna
some makeup brushes.
Yes. So welcome to Katie and Amy's makeup tutorial.
Clearly, we should be the spokespeople.
Yes. No, but it's Halloween. One day away from Halloween.
Halloween.
Yes. So we will be turning ourselves to witches.
Or
just like our normal. Yes. While we're telling our stories.
Okay,
so
I'm ready.
I'm a little nervous.
We're gonna have a makeup off.
Yes.
Witchiness.
And then at the end, I need you to comment below and please tell us whose makeup looks better.
No, who's the biggest witch?
I mean, if you put it that way. Okay, but no, my real vibe today.
You put water in here? Oh. It is chaos. You're right.
There is water. There is water in here. My vibe is I don't know how to use a beauty blender, so don't judge me if you do.
I won't.
No, being seriously deranged.
Okay.
Spooky.
Did you mention we're putting on our makeup?
Didn't I say that? I said I think we're turning ourselves into witches. So, while we're telling our stories, and the vibe was chaos. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about a haunted house, one in specific. But before I do that, I want to know, get my handy dandy mirror, what do you like scary things?
No.
You don't?
No. You can't take me serious.
You're Miss True Crime Fanatic. You don't like scary movies?
No. How many times I say no?
Okay, moving on, I guess.
I tried to watch American Horror Story. I think I was just telling you that.
You did tell me that you tried watching the new one with Kim Kardashian. Yeah. But you've seen the old ones, right?
Yeah,
you like
I
them.
like them. I don't know. This one just gave me the creeps, and I don't watch a lot of scary movies.
Your witchiness is great.
It's giving.
It's really giving.
But I am into true crime, and I went to a haunted house like one time in my whole life.
Okay. I was going to ask you if you've been to one.
And as soon as they touched me, I just...
They touched you?
Yes. I mean, I'm not groping or anything. I didn't leave pregnant or anything, but they definitely they'll brush your arm or something. Like, I don't like it.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess I'm the same way. I don't like anything scary. I like suspense, like suspenseful movies or things I could get into. Scary houses or haunted houses is a no-go. Yeah. I can thank my mother for that, for traumatizing me when we were little. We went on a haunted hayride, and there was a chainsaw, and it wasn't the vibe. Not the vibe. Thank you, Mom.
Like the whole... Is this black? I need some black.
This is black. Slow down with yourself.
Oh, I got a lot to do.
Okay. So I got distracted. The last haunted house I went into was at Indiana Beach 2 years ago with Jacob. And if you've been to Indiana Beach, you know that haunted house is not scary.
No, it's for children.
I had my eyes closed the entire time.
Little babies.
So yeah, I was really, really terrified.
You shut up! I'm so fucking scared right now. You shut up!
Anyways, moving on to the actual story. Actually, before I move on to the story, did you see what I shared about the tour of terror?
No.
You didn't?
Sorry, no.
You didn't see that?
Did you share it today while I was at work?
No, I shared it yesterday. Lafayette Civic Theater. By now, this will already have been passed. But this weekend, they're hosting a tour of terror where you walk around Lafayette and you experience some of the spookiest scenes that they're recreating with actors. And they used a picture on the news of the Marcia Held House or what? Yes.
Oh no, I need to look at that.
I was so tempted to go, but I don't know how scary it's going to be.
Something going boom, like
right. So if you went last weekend, please comment below.
It's this weekend. Tomorrow.
It's this weekend for us, but by the time this airs, it will be last weekend.
I wish we were dead broke so we could go just see our hands.
I mean, that would be kind of fun, but also I'm kind of nervous.
No, I don't want to be scared.
Do you know about McKamey Manor?
Are you just combining McDonald's and Amy?
You're on to me. The haunted house that Amy created as a promotion for the podcast with McDonald's.
We're now sponsored by McDonald's. Oh, and also Igloo.
I'm loving it. I had to say that, guys.
I like it.
You really have never heard of them?
No. I need to look at my info picture again because it's not doing what I thought.
I mean, it's giving witch. So that's what I'm going to tell you about. I'm going to tell you about McKamey Manor, the most ridiculous haunted house. It's not even a haunted house in all of the United States.
Where's it at?
So in 2000 or 2001, Russ McKamey was living in San Diego, California when he created this.
Okay.
Now, I want to tell you a little bit about Russ. Russ is a former Navy seaman. Thank you. I knew I could count on you.
I'm like a 13-year-old boy.
I put a little wink right here because I knew you would have something. So, yeah, he formerly was in the Navy. He is also a part-time wedding singer and a haunted house enthusiast.
Okay.
Now, Russ swears he is one of the most straight-edged guys that you will ever meet. He does not smoke.
But he's a seaman.
Yes. He does not drink alcohol or coffee.
Ooh, you lost me there.
He does not cuss. I mean, he sounds like a pretty straight-edged guy to me.
No cussing, no drinking.
Yeah. But the man is a psychopath.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. The vibe was chaos.
It looks like you're just wearing a ski mask or something.
I can barely see our faces just that we're green with hair. Okay, so Russ, in 2017, moves to Tennessee. Okay. And he moves his haunted house that he had created to Tennessee, where he is letting people come to be terrorized. And that is putting it lightly. This haunted house, it's not really a house, it's more of an experience. as an extreme, live your own horror movie with full contact. I don't know if people are leaving pregnant.
Right.
Like you said, it doesn't just operate at Halloween. It is year round. And he used to offer a $20,000 cash prize if you could complete it. Would it be worth it for you to do a haunted house for $20,000?
I can't believe people don't complete it all the time.
Your makeup looks so good. I'm so jealous. I'm still working on the green over here. So, let me tell you why they don't complete it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Inspiration.
You had an inspiration, okay. So, before I tell you why, the wait list to this place, 24,000 people.
Dang.
24,000 people want to go in here and experience this attraction, we'll call it. The entrance to get in, no cost, but a bag of dog food.
Okay.
If you even want to donate a bag. Russ is an animal lover. He has 5 dogs. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, I'm going to start on the details. I'm feeling scratched.
I don't know, that spider web just came to me.
It was really good.
So you have to just pay a bag of dog food to do this, and you could win 20 grand.
Yes, he's since stopped offering donations. Or,
Accepting? Or
no.
only...
He has since stopped offering a $20,000 prize.
Oh, okay.
So if you win, you just get bragging rights, basically.
Oh, then no.
Right. So because he doesn't charge an entrance fee, something interesting you'll note is that he isn't considered a business. So they can't impose like business regulations, I guess you could say. Like, I don't know. You'll understand more when I get to the rest.
Really
Done already? Wow, this is amazing. Did you even use this fun liquid
I could throw
color?
a little zazz in
I'm
there.
gonna borrow this black
Yeah.
here. Where was I? He's not considered a business. Okay, we'll come back to that. All participants, this is the ground rules to get in, must be at least 21 years old.
Okay.
Unless you're 18 to 20, you can enter with written consent from a parent.
18 to 20 and your parent. What if you have no parents and you're 18 and 20? I mean,
You don't get to go.
That's weird.
You must pass a physical. You must pass a background check to get into this haunted house.
A background check?
A background check.
Okay. A physical? I have high blood pressure. Let me in.
I doubt it. You must participate in a screening via Facebook, phone call, or FaceTime. And you must have proof of medical insurance.
Oh, this sounds so dramatic. I can't wait to hear about this haunted house.
You must be able to pass a drug test. And then the best part, you must, accompanied by Russ, the owner, spend 4 hours reading aloud. I know you're out.
Done.
A 40-page legal waiver. Why are you looking at me?
Your eyebrow.
It's just I haven't got into my story, okay?
I was like, oh my.
The legal waiver is packed with scenarios that could be happening during your experience at the McKamey Manor that range from minor to extreme. And I'm going to tell you more about that.
Okay.
Participants can choose up to 2 scenarios that they want to exclude from their experience.
Oh.
And when they're reading from this, some people decide in that moment, like, this is too much. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
This is an 8 to 10 hour experience. This isn't a 20-minute walk through a haunted house.
Who would want to do that to themselves for 8 hours?
8 hours! You would think it would get old.
Yeah. Like, I'm bored with you.
Right. Most often people last 8 minutes before they leave.
Who is the staff at this place?
They are just as twisted as Russ McKamey.
Okay.
So when they're doing this, like, pre-interview to determine whether or not you'll be allowed to... I really had to concentrate. You know I don't have eyebrows. Do witches' eyebrows look like this? They're very lopsided. Thank you. 8 minutes. I know I already talked about this, but in 8 minutes, most of the people that'll come out after this, they say that's not a haunted house. That is a torture chamber.
What the hell?
Russ says that most of these people that come to this experience are like people that are like adrenaline junkies, which you would have to be to want to be scared for 8 hours. He said there's a lot of like military people, but people will come from all over the world. He said that he has one woman from Kuwait who has visited 4 times, never made it through. Some of the scenarios that you might experience in the haunted house. What's something that you would experience in a regular haunted house?
I'm trying to think because it's been so long since I've been through one, but I'm picturing like somebody laying on the table and their guts might be out and they're screaming for help.
Right.
People trying to chase you.
Jumping out. Big, scary, all kinds of...
Or the anticipation, I think, is the scariest part.
Okay.
Like you're like...
Fuck.
It's so quiet in here. What's getting ready to happen?
Yes, okay. Yes, I would agree. No, those are not the types of things that happen in the McKamey house. These are some examples. Pulling out a person's teeth without anesthetic.
What do you mean? Like they might do that to me?
Yes. Shaving a person's head. Shoving your fingers in mouse traps.
That's not a haunted house.
Burying people alive with only a straw. They're given a straw. Being buried alive. Being waterboarded.
What the hell?
Being forced to eat and drink unknown substances.
Oh.
Being bound and gagged. Being drugged. Being tattooed.
I choose drugs.
You get to pick 2 to exclude that aren't happening.
Well, that would eliminate pulling my teeth.
I know.
I'm trying to keep these bad boys.
Having your fingernails removed. I'm sorry, I have to look at my inspiration picture.
Oh my God.
So people are aware that these types of things happen. That's why the entrance to get in, the background check, the medical insurance, the 40-page, 4-hour-long waiver, that's why he has those things. And it tells people in there. People know. And
so are you signing a consent form to have a tooth extracted?
You're basically...
who's working in there? They got a dentist in there?
No! Amy, when I tell you, I've seen pictures of what happens in this house.
On that one.
It would be like you walking through a haunted house and somebody just grabbing you and starts pulling out your teeth. I'm telling you, that's all I know how to describe it.
They're going to have to fight me. They're going
to win. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Is there 2 of them?
Russ, the owner, once stated that he can use hypnosis and he'll put people in kiddie pools and hypnotize them and convince them that there's a shark in there. And it truly scares people. Fun fact, when he started this in San Diego, he wouldn't allow people to use safe words. So you were basically just...
Fun fact, I have a safe one.
That's good to know. Do you want to share it with the rest of the Vibe Tribe?
This is just a joke. I've used this for years. It's more.
Oh my god.
Okay. So he wouldn't allow that.
Such bad eyebrows.
Those are giving.
Oh, I don't know what. They're not giving witch. So now that he is relocated and moved to Tennessee, he does allow safe words. So that's a little bit about Tennessee.
Those fast. I'd be like
8 minutes.
Ouch. Ouch is my safe word.
Yeah, done.
Ouch, done.
Yes.
That's a good one.
It's, banana. Just game over.
Seriously. Harder. Okay, yes, I am feeling better now that I'm here.
Okay. Yes, you're welcome.
Out the dirty jokes.
You're welcome. So Russ also has a location in Alabama, and it's even more extreme. I want to tell you about him. So in Alabama, if people decide to sign up, they have to be 21. They can't be 18 with a parent, 19, 20. Have to be 21. They have to do the same test, background check, medical, all of that, and the 40-page waiver. This, though, instead of an 8 to 10 hour experience, is a 36-hour experience.
What? I'm
36 hours!
Although work's pretty scary. I might be like, ooh.
Yeah, you're not wrong. 36! What do you even...
What is that, 2.5 days? Wait, it's a day and a half.
A day and a half.
Damn.
How can that even be? That can't be healthy. No. I'd be scared to ever sleep again after that.
I've had that experience.
I had that yesterday when Jake got up for work and I heard something. I jumped up. I thought I was late for work. Yeah, it was a whole thing. For this in Alabama, he books one participant a week. They start in Summertown, Alabama, and the participants meet with this woman named Holly, and the words that I found, I'm going to tell you them directly, and then I'll tell you what I think they mean.
Okay.
They have to spend a few hours of physical activity with a woman named Holly.
Hi.
Are you into Holly?
This thing is so weird. I want to know more.
So
I picture like she's doing calisthenics with them.
Like trying to get them, I don't know what you did, but I don't think this is working for me.
I think yours is better than mine.
I imagine like, yeah, like she's running on the treadmill with them. Like, can they keep up? Can they handle this? So if they make it through with Holly, they're transported to Nashville.
From Alabama.
To
Nashville, Tennessee.
How far is
that?
I don't know.
I mean, that doesn't seem like a short trip.
I don't think so. But I'm not sure.
Okay.
But they take them to this haunted attraction called Sadus Silvis, which is loosely translated to Murder in the Woods.
Oh my God.
If they make it through, they are then taken to McKamey Manor to continue. And again,
it's like an obstacle course.
Right. Nobody has ever made it through. So I've told you
How is this even legal? This sounds like some people hunting stuff. Like,
okay, thank you. Creepy. That's why I started with he swears he's a straight-edged guy.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't smoke, drink, cuss, anything. But how can this man be mentally sane.
That's what I'm saying.
Something I didn't tell you that I had up at the top was he videotapes every single one of these people.
Relax. I just want to take some pictures.
Something's not right.
Personally.
Something's not right.
Yeah. So I told you some of the things that happened, but some of the pictures I have seen, I saw one person with like laying face down in the ground in like a drainage ditch, but their face was submerged in mud and water. And like people are standing over them, not allowing them to move.
Wouldn't you die?
Basically, that's basically when they'll stop. Unless you use your safe word.
If you're dead,
they're like, well, this person's no fun anymore.
Man.
I saw a picture of a man who had a blindfold on and his mouth was taped closed and he had needles all over. And I'm telling you, they were a millimeter away from this man's face. All over. It was like,
oh my gosh.
All the pictures I saw were from a horror movie.
Oh my gosh, how have I never heard of this?
How have you never heard of this?
Had you heard of this before?
I had.
You have? Okay.
Yes. So we're not the only ones that find this controversial.
Okay.
There was a change.org petition, which I should have looked. I don't know if it's still out now. That was 170,000 signatures to get the place shut down.
Because is his name McKamey?
Uh-huh.
McKamey?
Yeah.
I thought it was Amy McKamey. That'd be great.
That would be fun.
That would be fun. But anyway, if he was normal, straight-laced, doesn't drink, doesn't cuss, doesn't smoke, I like it.
Okay, thank you. I don't really know. I don't do makeup, so.
Doing this day in and day out and like finding joy in your job would make you abnormal, would make you weird. I'll keep asking. Keep messing with your lips. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you might have started normal, but you're not normal anymore. Wow. You look like with eyebrows and lips.
I'm dead. Yeah, no, I don't think. How?
That's the question.
That's how I felt when you first started. So because of this 40-page waiver that he has, he's created loopholes to prevent from being arrested.
No, they signed up to be stepped on in the mud.
Yes.
I don't even know what all. Have needles stuck in their face.
Like everything. I like to know how long I've been going for. So I have a couple of like interviews I found or things that I've read that have happened. In 2016, a woman named Laura Brotherton stated she repeatedly used her safe word and it was several minutes before they would stop torturing her.
Oh my gosh.
She later went to the hospital, was treated for extensive injuries, including bruises and scratches on the inside of her mouth from being fish hooked.
Something my brother used to do to me when I was 12. It's the old fish hook.
Yes, they are.
Oh my gosh, that's weird. Sorry, that's the only word I have for it. My brother works there.
In Tennessee, the county commissioner said that one time the police were called because... Are you laughing at me?
They're being fish hooked to death.
The police were called because they saw a woman being dragged from the back of a van by a chain.
What? Like the van's driving?
The van is driving. So the police came.
How would they hear her safe word?
Right.
Oh my God.
Russ said that it was all a stunt and the person that was being drugged was an actor and they had the chain because it was wrapped around the woman's neck or the person's neck, but they were holding on to it so they wouldn't choke.
Oh, right.
So a person was willingly being dragged around.
Right. No. Did they talk to the woman?
I don't know. That's all I found. Please, no more questions. Other neighbors have reportedly heard screaming, chainsaw, and other disturbing noises coming from the property. At one point, police showed up under the suspicion of that there was an abduction happening, guns drawn, and craziness. And I mean, it was just your run-of-the-mill haunted house.
The hell?
But I wanted to read this to you. This is an excerpt from an article from when they were open in. I apologize. I guess they were still open in San Diego until 2016.
Okay.
So this is from 2015. They said today, Lawrence is a volunteer actor. So he is one of the people torturing these participants.
Maybe that would be something we would like.
I don't think so. I don't want to do these things to these people. Is especially motivated because one of the victims is a 44-year-old woman named Christina Buster, who, for reasons best known to herself, spent the last year taunting Lawrence and his colleagues on Facebook by branding them as inept and feeble abusers. Lawrence
she was into it.
Is quoted as saying, "I am going to tear that girl apart. I will drag her by her bald head, and no one is leaving with eyebrows today." And they are serious, except for me, because look at these eyebrows that I can't even.
It'd be like, joke's on you. I didn't even bring eyebrows.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Bring me in.
Okay, I was just getting ready to say what. Amy wouldn't even be worried because she's already bald.
2 hairs. It's fine. Take them both.
But really, can we just think about one? First of all, how disturbed is Russ, the owner? But to be a person that wants to torture these other victims.
That's weird.
But to be a victim that wants to be tortured.
And is amping it up.
Right.
People are into things.
I'm not into that.
No.
She did not last. I'll break that news to you now.
I bet her safe word was more. Oh my God. Crazy.
Yeah.
No, you couldn't get me to even. So I don't even want to look at their website for fear they'll start emailing me. So creepy.
It's very creepy. So it's so weird that you say that because my next 2 bullet points was I told you that he has or that he videotapes all of them. Mm-hmm. So if a person will go to him with a complaint, he will say, "Here's your video. What are you saying that happened? Because we have it all on video."
Okay.
And we didn't do anything outside of what that waiver said we could do to you, basically. Yeah. He uploads the videos to YouTube. So if you can
watch these?
If you are a psycho, you can watch them.
No.
You can watch them watch one if you want. I
might try, but I'll be like one eye open.
He has a website which I did go to with one eye open. Oh. And there's just a lot of pictures on there, but there are links to videos to watch. And then there is like frequently asked questions and how to become a part of the experience. I guess. It's all volunteer, so they don't get paid. Oh. And he has said before, I could be a millionaire. I could be a millionaire because people want to do this every single day. Thousands of people.
What are you getting fulfilled?
Thank you.
You're doing it for free.
Right. Something more that you might be interested in, other than the YouTube videos, is McKamey Manor has been featured on the Travel Channel. Okay. There was, I don't know if still is, a documentary on Netflix called Haunters, The Art of the Scare. But more recently, do you have Hulu?
I do have Hulu, yeah.
Hulu this month released a documentary on him called Monster Inside, America's Most Extreme Haunted House.
Oh, yeah. Look, I'm going to check it out. Yeah.
I tried.
Okay, I'm going to try to check it out.
I didn't last 5 minutes. Like, and I'll tell you, so it starts out like really, gives like the really creepy vibe or whatever. And I could be wrong, but I believe there's 3 people that are sharing about their experiences at McKamey Manor, and I imagine you're probably going to see videos or clips and pictures, and they're probably going to talk to him. But I did make a note here that I read an article about the documentary because I couldn't make it through, and former girlfriends and friends say that he will replay the footage and just laugh at people.
What?
Yes.
That's something's going on.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but the man.
My case this man?
I don't know. Do they have my case in Tennessee?
What's it called in Tennessee?
Are you from Tennessee? Comment below.
How can we find that? That's so wild.
So I just wanted to share that with you. There are other immersive experiences in the U.S. I found some in Chicago, some in New York. But those are by invitation only. You have to register, and then they will invite you if you're allowed to come.
Okay, what does the paranoid woman inside your little heart say about those facilities?
What do you mean?
You feel like that's a setup? Like, if you get invited, you know what I mean? It just feels sketchy to me.
Yes, I would agree. I feel like the whole thing is sketchy.
Something.
So, but that's all. That was my vibe for today. I wanted to share something scary, crazy, something relatable to Halloween.
You told me about something I didn't know about.
Yeah, I thought you were going to know about that.
No.
So,
whoa.
I'm going to continue my makeup over here.
Okay.
I feel like I'm almost done, but I don't really know what's going on with it. So while I'm doing that, what's your vibe?
My vibe is. Well, hold on just a moment.
Oh. Okay.
You could just put this on.
Okay, yeah. Let me take my glasses off. I'd be happy to. I can't see, so oh yes, this is great. Oh, I love yours. You get the cool hat. Yeah. Your vibe. What's the vibe?
My vibe is mass hysteria.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
My vibe is witchcraft.
Yeah.
I put a spell on you. And now you're mine.
Hey, some people might argue that makeup is witchcraft.
Yes, I've seen mostly men, honestly. They're really convinced that we're onto something. I'm just gonna try a little glitter over here.
I don't know. I've even seen some people that I'm like, oh, you America?
I have seen stuff like that on TikTok.
Yeah.
That's like very drastic.
So I am going to tell you, Katie, about something you might have learned about in high school.
Okay.
Tell me if you paid attention.
Is it the Lost Boys?
I could tell you about the movie The Lost Boys.
That's not what I was thinking of. Who are the guys that wear the white t-shirts and the...
I don't know. We're not stopping until I get.
It's another group of boys.
They're
Not the Lost Boys.
Guys from Greece?
No, but it's the same vibe. White. They got the slick back hair, leather jackets, maybe.
No, but I'm interested.
We read about it in high school or middle school.
Oh my god. No, this is. I'm never gonna guess it.
Okay, go on.
This is about the Salem Witch Trial.
Oh. Okay, I am very interested right off the bat.
I never paid attention, so I learned a lot of stuff that I didn't know when I had to research it myself. I just heard Katie's, our shared husband, come in.
Yes.
He opens that door. I say, you just put a spell right on it.
Oh, yes. We can clean this entire house.
He's going to be like, what the hell now?
Oh, gosh.
Okay, let me get my hat out of my way so I can tell you about it. What do you know about it?
Okay.
Anything?
I've heard of the Salem Witch Trial. Everything that I know could be absolutely accurate because I don't know a lot, or it
Because
could
I know nothing inaccurate. The only thing I know is accuracy.
Yes, I am the witch of accuracy.
I'm the witch of making it up as I go.
No, I really don't know a lot. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I know about as much as the movie Hocus Pocus taught me.
Okay.
So
I didn't know even what century it happened in. I didn't know how many people died. I didn't know why did they start accusing people of witchcraft.
yeah, I guess I didn't really either.
Yeah. So let me tell you about it then.
Okay.
So this happened between 1692 and 1693.
I'm sorry.
Barely over a year.
Wow.
That was that long ago. It became a brief outburst of a sort of hysteria in the New World, while the practice was already waning in Europe. So they had already been accusing people of witchcraft in Europe, but they were. I should have done a word.
A witch needs a wart, doesn't she?
A wart? I should have done a wart.
Does she need two? I'm just laughing at this chin. I can really highlight here.
I'm just a witch with perfectly green skin. No moles. Picture it. Salem, Massachusetts. 1692.
The leaves are falling.
It was really cold. It was February.
Oh, the snow.
It was really cold. Except for the witches, they were in short sleeves like us.
Yes!
Exactly. I know that I really put you down. They called it the deadliest witch hunt in the history of colonial North America. But truthfully, it was probably just a couple bratty kids, and I'll get into it.
Oh, okay.
It's Salem Village, 1692, and two young girls, Betty and Abigail, started complaining that they were being pinched and pricked with pins, and no one was there.
Oh.
They took them to the doctor, and the doctor could find no physical evidence of any illness.
Oh.
Then all of a sudden, other young women in the village began to exhibit similar behaviors.
All of the women? Or some of the women?
Young women. They were all young girls.
Okay.
And then when the preacher preached about, he was a guest in the Salem meeting house, he was preaching and talking about, you got to be careful for the devil.
Yes.
He'll come to you and he'll, make you put hexes on people and pinch little girls and stuff. He started having a little fit.
I thought you were going to say he started pinching little girls.
He might have been.
I'm sorry, that's not funny.
So these little girls went around just accusing left and right, Katie. They had so many people arrested because what would happen is they would say, Sarah is coming to me in specter form. I picture her like she's out of her body. Like,
okay.
And she'll pinch me, she'll poke me, she'll pull my hair, and she's making me have all these fits. Boom, arrested. So they would arrest these women, take them to jail, and then it gets worse because then they had like a whole posse.
Okay.
It was like, I say posse, but it was like a group of people that were designated to then examine them to see if they had the mark of the witch. And when I say examine them, Katie, I'm saying examine them.
Okay.
Get naked, spread them. Let me see your butthole. Let me see up inside there. Lift your boobs up. Everything. And I can see you have a question.
I do. I'm waiting for you to say the answer though before I say the question.
They would find like that mole you've got right there. And they would say, oh, she's got the mark of the devil. She's definitely a witch. See that hairy mole right there?
They would just pick something.
Sometimes it'd be a skin tag. Sometimes, and I don't even examine all this.
Right. Yeah.
One of the women that got accused, and they said, oh, we found another nipple. And it was in her groin. It was in her crotch. She was
a nipple? Sorry. Clearly it's the 1600s.
It's really a nipple.
I mean, I know that, but if that's what they're called.
sounded like a teat or something. But I have to say nipple.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've ever said nipple or teat on the podcast.
Oh, I don't think you had ever said butthole until 5 seconds ago.
Saying
But
everything. This one, as a witch, I can say whatever I want.
that's right, you can.
But they would find any little thing. Like I have a birthmark, like right over here somewhere. I have one. They'd be like, "Oh, you're a witch," and you couldn't win. Like if you said, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." Well, of course, a witch wouldn't confess.
Right.
Sometimes though, like if they would beat women enough,
Aww.
then they would confess. You still put to death. It didn't matter.
Right.
Oh, and fun fact: do you know how they would put these witches to death?
Okay, this is the part that I thought I knew about the Salem Witch Trial, and then when you asked me what I knew, I was like, no, because I feel like I might be wrong. All I know is from movies,
Right?
Where I've seen witches be hanged.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
So I used to think they tied them to they'd say burn you at the stake.
Okay.
So I thought they tied witches to a stake and set the ground on fire.
Yeah.
I think I got that from Wednesday.
Okay, I've seen that on American Horror Story.
No, they did. They hung them, and then and it was like a slow death too, because it wasn't like they had like a platform and then you had to walk off of it. They made them like basically climb a ladder, and then they pull the ladder away.
What?
And so sometimes it would take a while, up to an hour,
Aww.
with this crowd of people watching.
I hope those women really were witches.
They were.
And were really casting mean spells on people.
Well, I have some trivia about that. I'll tell
Okay.
you about. But like I said, there was no escape. Another thing that they would do is they would tie their hands and feet. This was called a witch test, okay? The water test. They would tie their hands and feet together and then tie them by a rope and lower them into the lake. If they floated, they were a witch.
What?
If they sank and drowned, they weren't. Oops.
Well, wouldn't they all float? People float.
I would be floating.
Step in the board.
Yeah.
Unless they're tying cement blocks to their feet.
I don't know.
They should have all floated unless they were unconscious.
I don't know. Yeah, that's true. They should have
What do you mean, oops?
It was so insane. And a lot of historians say that it was primarily over, like, again, this is the 1600s, like land disputes. So, like, these little girls that were going around accusing everybody, and everybody's just believing it. Their families were in disputes with the neighbors over where the land cut off or where the property line cut off. So, oh, she's a witch.
Right.
And then once the whole family's gone, because a lot of times it would be, they all got to go. They're all infected by witchcraft.
That's crazy.
So, and if you or I were like, hey, excuse me, maybe this isn't right.
You're off with your head, too.
Yes, then you're a witch if you don't believe in this.
I want to be a witch.
In total, let me see if I can tell you exactly how many people. 30 people were found guilty of witchcraft.
Wow.
19 of whom were executed by hanging. 14 women, 5 men, and 2 dogs.
Dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs?
And immediately, if one of the little girls accused the dog of witchcraft, they were just shot on sight. And then when it would die.
So these little girls are determining, they're setting the stage, really. Yeah. You're a witch, and then, well, little Susie said it, so it must be true. We'll do all these tests, but you're still going to die anyway.
Yeah, you still got to die.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, everybody was afraid to even go against it because then you were going to be a witch. Eventually, they reached out to Boston, like the bigger city in Massachusetts, and was like, hey, can we at least get these trials moved out of town? Everybody here lost their shit. So eventually they did, and then they got kind of everybody settled back down. Also, those young girls grew up and then did confess that they had made it all up.
Stop. Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
But Some of the people on their last words or dying words were things like, this is my favorite one. You will die with blood in your mouth. And sure enough, that is how he died. He had like some sort of ulceration in his mouth. And yeah. And then for hundreds of years afterwards, every sheriff in that town either died of a heart attack or had to leave office because of heart-related issues.
What?
So,
where were the real witches?
Yeah. So the Salem Witch Trials, I listened to a couple podcasts and I got a lot of this off Wikipedia, but I mean, there's a ton to be found. From young girls to old women being accused of witchcraft for nothing. They were regular churchgoers, and those little girls decided, they would say things like, she gave me a dirty look and the next day I had a hive, or I had a fever. She's a witch. And boom, they were jailed until, and they might be found guilty on September 9th. By September 22nd, they were hung. Hanged? Is it hanged or hung?
I think it's hanged.
Okay, hanged.
Okay, as a little girl, I could see how, like, causing a little bit of chaos, like, for a child. But when the first person dies, I would be traumatized. One, maybe too scared to say anything that I made that up or anything like that. Stop accusing other people.
Yeah. Well, a couple theories. One theory is there was this, I want to say yeast infection. But what is a fungal infection?
I want to say this just got weird, but I mean the whole episode's freaking weird.
There was like a fungal infection on their oat or barley or whatever they were cooking with. I'm just making these words up again. And they said that having fed this to the children could have caused them to almost have hallucinations, like a magic mushroom, it sounds like.
What?
But with this particular infection or bacteria, one of the symptoms is you lose your fingertips. None of the girls ever lost their fingertips. So that one's kind of ruled out.
That's weird.
They did confess to lying.
Sorry, this is the first time I've seen myself with glasses on.
See myself better. And then another popular theory, now that we're hundreds and hundreds of years away from this, is during that time, children weren't given like toys and playtime.
Right.
It was read your Bible and then get to work on these chores, get to work on the farm, or get to work on the house or whatever. So they were just bored. Was another theory. Because once they started saying, "Oh, I'm being attacked," by her specter.
Right.
Then suddenly everybody's giving them
attention.
And
yes.
especially little girls didn't get a lot of attention.
Yeah, but still, when the first person dies is what I'm circling back to.
And if you really are reading your Bible, you've got to know, like, I'm lying. That's a sin.
Right.
I'm essentially murdering people. That's a sin.
Especially in the 1600s, all they had was, they don't have anything that we have now. So all they had was their religion and their families.
Yeah, no TV.
No, nothing.
TV.
No, they were playing with sticks and stones.
I don't know if they had books.
Just Bibles. Yeah.
So that's just some crazy information. I didn't go into a whole lot of depth. I could go through and list all their names.
Yeah.
But I thought just the kind of the fun facts of
you're
being hung, not burned. I thought you were burned at the stake. And just how quickly they were, and how. I never even knew how it started.
I didn't know how it started, and I didn't know that it was a lie.
A lie. The whole time.
Was basically it. The only reason I assumed hanging was because in Hocus Pocus they get hanged, and in Practical Magic they get hanged.
Okay.
So I am a witch movie connoisseur.
You're not too scared to watch Hocus
Pocus and Practical Magic. No. So.
Well, this was fun.
This was fun. Thank you guys for watching. Please comment below who you think the best witch is.
Who's the biggest witch?
The biggest is me. Look at my face. It looks so Chunky.
The best witch.
Who's the meanest witch? Ooh.
We're black.
I know, that's why I wore black. I thought you were, but that's okay. Yeah. Please like, share with your friends, your family. Decide who you think is the most fun witch, and we've got a lot of fun things coming for the next couple of episodes. So that's the vibe.
Happy Halloween!
Yay!